evening I have a little comic book haul for you. I started reading comics at the end of last year, beginning of this year. For the first time, like properly. I've read comics before, but actually starting a little collection. There are a few haul videos before this. And these are some American comics, or American style comics, not French style comics. And they're like the slightly smaller and paperback kind of comics, where the French ones are usually, this is a generalization, I'm not like an expert or anything, they're usually like hardbacked A4, just slightly bigger than A4. In this haul I'm going to show you 3 comics that I got, and I think 2 out of the 3 I got from a recommendation video. One of the problems I have with comics is I don't know which ones are good, which ones to go for. So I'm just slowly making my own taste by going on recommendations that are similar to ones I like already. So I looked up Joyride, which is a comic that I got a while ago, and I looked for recommendations around that comic, and I found a video from a guy, just a random YouTuber guy. I'll link it down below, and I think he was doing his best of 2017, so there were a few in there that looked interesting, and then from there I just went into the rabbit hole of YouTube and ended up finding some other recommendations and stuff. And these are 3 of the ones that I ended up getting out of all the recommendations and the ones that I checked out, put on my list. This one in here I haven't really looked at, it's still in the bubble wrap. The other 2 are out though. One I've already read completely and one I've already started. So it's like the 3 stages. I'm starting with this one obviously because of the packaging sounds. I like to start my videos off with as much of those as I can. All 3 of these are from Amazon, and they're all 3 in English. My other comics have mostly been in French so far. But it's quite nice to read them in English. So here's the first comic. It is very graphically pleasing. It's called Welcome Back, Volume 1, Help, I'm Alive. Sabella, Sawyer, Rowe, and Samutio. This is the one I know the least about. I did like the story when I saw it in the review, but it has been a while since I saw it. We'll just have to read the back together. I really like the graphics. I think there are only 2 volumes, or when I watched the review there was only 2 volumes. And the second one, if I'm not mistaken, it has like a blue cover, very similar but blue. We have 2015 for the cover art. Let's look at the back. I like the back art too. So this is not a love story. Mali and Tessa have lived hundreds of lives, reincarnated throughout time. Friend and foe are caught in war so endless that neither side recalls what they continue to fight for. Until now, Mali, an aimless 20-something girl living and temping in Kansas City, is flooded with memories of her former lives, memories that will fuel her for the battle ahead and finally give her life purpose. Tessa, on the other hand, is ever the diligent soldier, out for blood and hot on young Mali's trail. Critically acclaimed writer Christopher Sabella, Dead Letters and High Crimes, with artists Jonathan Brandon, Sawyer, critical hit, and Claire Rowe, delve into a darkly complex world that explores what it means to be haunted by one's inner nature. Victim, friend, assassin, lover. Collects issues 1 to 4. So these are the first 4 issues, and I guess volume 2 is maybe 5 to 8. Not sure. Welcome Back is a deftly told high concept yarn. Newsarama. Punk rock mixed with a hyper-violent kung fu movie. And a very exciting action-packed series, it says Multiversity. So it sounds quite fun. I'm always drawn to a female heroine, I guess because I'm a girl. But I feel like there are a lot of stories like that now, which is good. Let's have a little look inside. So to avoid spoilers, I'm just gonna stick to the beginning. I love these kind of bright entry pages. It's from Boom Studios. So here's the actual comic book art. It's still quite vibrant. It's not like bright pink or anything, but the colors are still pretty vibrant. looks very cool, very punk. I think I'm gonna enjoy this. Yeah, it looks really cool. Okay, so welcome back to Volume 1, Help I'm Alive. Looks pretty good. This will be the next one I start. I'm in the middle of one right now, but this will be the next one I start. I have like maybe 4 or 5 series of comics going at the same time. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, so this is the next one, and this is the one I'm reading at the moment. So I've only read maybe like a third to half of it, and it is called Paper Girls. Paper Girls. And this one is a longer series. I don't know how many there are, but I've definitely seen there are quite a lot. I'll write down on the screen how many there are at the moment. And this one is very beautiful. I really like the colours and the kind of 80s style to it. And it is about these 4 paper girls, as in Paperboy, you know. Girls. So 4 young girls, and I get mixed up in lots of sci-fi and weird stuff going on. I really like it so far. Isn't that a beautiful cover? The colours are just... I want nails that have this colour scheme. This fade in the background, and then this black and blue. I would love that. I might try and reproduce it. Not like the girls' faces on my nails or anything, but just the colours. It's really beautiful. Let's have a look back here. Okay, from Brian K. Vaughan, #1 New York Times best-selling writer of Saga. Saga is another series that I have seen a few times, and I've been tempted, and each time I'm like, oh, I don't know, but I think I will go for it at one point. Okay, and Cliff Chang, legendary artist of Wonder Woman, comes the first volume of an all-new ongoing adventure. In the early hours after Halloween of 1988, 4 12-year-old newspaper delivery girls uncover the most important story of all time. Suburban drama and supernatural mysteries collide in this smash hit series about nostalgia, first jobs, and the last days of childhood. Doesn't that sound lovely? The next great American comic, Vaughan's writing and Chang's art, along with colours from Matt Wilson and letters from Jared Fletcher, all make for one gorgeous mystery. I agree. Paper Girls has rocketed to the top of my list of must-read books, the Seattle Review of Books. Paper Girls builds a captivating mystery with an all-star creative team, the AV Club, and then we have some Asian writing. I'm sure it says very similar things to the others. So this is volume 1. I don't know how many volumes there are, I'm sorry. I'll write it down when I have time to Google it. Okay. So this one, unlike the first one, the cover is actually a good representation of the colour scheme inside. So let's have a look. I really love yellow in graphic design. Okay, so this is the first page. Isn't it beautiful? The purples, the blues, a touch of red. Creepy monster. With carrot fingers. I'm just going to open it elsewhere to not give any spoilers about everything. So yeah, you can see that the pages are very vibrant and purple, like a lot of purple and orange, that kind of scheme, color scheme. Yeah, it's really beautiful. I'm only like just under halfway through, but I would already recommend it as a series, and so would a lot of other people apparently, so I don't think you could go wrong with this one. And last but not least, we have this one, which is called Skyward. 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 This is volume 1. This one also has a few volumes. Maybe not as much as Paper Girls, but there are a few already. Henderson, Garbett, Fabella, and Boland. This is the one that I've actually already read, and I really enjoyed it. At the moment, the most important thing to know about this comic is that gravity stopped working. So, it's a really interesting story actually. A nice concept. So one day, gravity on Earth suddenly became a fraction of what it is now. 20 years later, humanity has adapted to its new low-gravity reality. And to Willa Fowler, the girl that was on the front, who was born just before G-Day, G come gravity, T. It's pretty awesome. Who wouldn't want to be able to soar through the air? But there are dangers too, and not just the fact that with one wrong step you could go flying off the face of the earth. Some dangers lurk much closer to home than she knows. From writer Joe Henderson, a showrunner of Netflix Lucifer, and artist Lee Gabbett, Lucifer, Loki, agent of Asgard, comes the story of one young woman's journey to find her place in a world turned upside down. Skyward is a great new series with a great hook and jaw-dropping artwork by Lee Garbett, I guess. Highly recommended, said Jeff Lemire. Skyward reminds me a lot of Why the Last Man. The book has such a simple and elegant premise that it's enough to hook the average reader and totally infuriate fellow storytellers. Jonathan Hickman. I'm guessing he's a fellow storyteller. I loved Skyward. It has the best kind of high concept, the sort of thing you can't wait to see explored over a good long run. Onward and upward, Charles Soule. This debut issue finds a way to tether readers to its high-flying story, and the issue wraps with a bewildering cliffhanger that will leave you desperate for its next issue. Comicbook.com. I agree. exhilarating and unique, Garbett and Fabella provide some great artwork. This comic earns a strong recommendation. Give it a read. Bleeding cool. An immersive and entertaining read. Userama. Fantastic story and kinetic visuals. Polygon. So, as you can see, a lot of people agree with me that it's a very interesting concept and an interesting story. Let's have a look inside. So it's in a similar style to the Paper Girls one. Quite numeric. Really like it. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this. So something I learned while I was looking at all these comics and checking out the next ones is that something that the publishing houses often do is make the first volume a lot cheaper than the others, and makes them very attractive, and then you get hooked, and then the price difference doesn't really stop you because you're already in the story. So it's very clever of them. But it also does mean that if you don't actually enjoy the first volume, you didn't spend too much on it. So it's kind of good, kind of bad, kind of good. I guess it's just good, isn't it? Oh well. So bring these back. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for this evening. I hope you enjoyed this video. You enjoyed seeing the comics I got. You found it interesting. I guess they're recommendations because, well, at least for these two, they're definitely recommendations. This one, I'll have to wait and see, but it does look good. If you have any recommendations for comics you think I might like, please comment down below. I would really love to know. I hope that you have a lovely evening.